Hello, Grade 10 students. Welcome back. The last station in our unit is always writing. So today's lesson teaches you the first step of writing a story. Please prepare your student's book, pages 28-29 before you start. Today's objectives. 1. Identify the features of a story by answering 8 questions. 2. Differentiate between weak and strong adjectives. 3. Demonstrate understanding of weak and strong adjectives by using appropriate alternatives. 4. Apply understanding of adjectives by composing a descriptive paragraph using them. Take a look at these pictures. What do you think today's lesson is mainly about? Writing a story. Students' book, page 28, exercise A. The first part of today's lesson is reading the following story, underlining difficult words, and answering the following questions. We will answer some comprehension questions before going to exercise A. Question 1. What is Devin's job? To keep watch for danger. Let's check the evidence. Perfect. Question 2. Describe the state of the man after they removed him from water. The answer? He was not moving and didn't show any reaction. Evidence? It's time to read the story below and answer exercise A questions. As you see, you have 8 different questions. Read it carefully. Highlight key points, answer them, and come back for discussion. Let's check the answers of exercise A. Question 1. In which paragraph is the main character of the story introduced? Devin, who is the main character in the story, is introduced in the first paragraph. Remember, when you write your own story, introduce your characters in the introduction. 2. Where does the story take place? The whole story took place on a boat. 3. What tenses does the writer use throughout the story? He used the past tenses. Examples: past simple, past progressive, and past perfect simple. Remember, write your stories using the past tenses. Question 5. Does the atmosphere of the story change after the climax? How? But first, can you tell me what's the climax? Well, the climax is the main event. It's the moment of high intensity. Now, back to our answer. Yes, the atmosphere of the story changes after the climax. How? The characters calm down. 6. Why does the writer use direct speech? What's direct speech? Direct speech is the dialogue between the characters. The writer uses direct speech to make the story more interesting. In fact, direct speech kills boredom and brings your story to life. Remember to use direct speech in your own stories. 7. Which adjectives or adjective phrases does the writer use to describe the character's feelings? Adjectives are used in stories to allow readers to visualize characters. And as you can see, he used some adjectives to describe feelings such as in shock, panic, sick with fear. Remember, use adjectives to spice up your story, especially when you are describing your character's feelings. We still have one last question in exercise A. which is question 8. But before we answer it, I would like you to take a look at this plan, which shows you how your story should be written. As you can see, we have the beginning, which is the introduction of the story or the exposition. What is mainly found in our introduction? The characters and the setting. The setting is the time and the place. Moving on, we start raising the action. They are the events that lead to the climax. Reaching the climax, which is the main event or the highest point of tension. After reaching the highest point, we will start moving downward, reaching the falling action, where the characters' reactions start calming down and we start seeing a beginning of a solution. Reaching to the end or the resolution, where we have the solution of the problem and characters' feelings. I would like to tell you that the feelings of the characters should be mentioned throughout your story, and they can change from the beginning till the end. Let's go back to question 8, exercise A. The table below shows the 5 different stages of the story in order. Read the story again and complete the table with the functions A to D of each stage. As you can see, the first one has been done for you, which is the introduction. It presents the main character and sets the scene of the story. Rising action, the answer is B. It gives extra details and builds towards a problem. It starts taking you upward to the climax. The climax, A, it shows the main event of the story. It is the moment of high tension or intensity. Falling action, where things start calming down a bit and you are going on your way to your solution. Answer is C. It shows how the characters react after the event. Conclusion of the story. D. Shows how everything goes back to normal. In the conclusion, usually the feelings of the characters are emphasized, and sometimes a new lesson is learned. Activity 2, Students' Book, page 29, exercise B. Read the first paragraph of the story again. What does freezing mean? Well, through context, you know that freezing means very cold. What's the difference between freezing and very cold? Freezing is a strong adjective, while very cold is a weak adjective, which has the same meaning. Why do we use strong adjectives while writing? Strong adjectives are more impressive and descriptive than weak adjectives. Dear students, remember to use a variety of strong and weak adjectives. Activity 2. Read the following tip box, Students' Book, page 29, exercise B. Highlight key points and come back for feedback. As you can see, this box shows the main differences between strong and weak adjectives. Let's take a closer look together. Strong adjectives are a stronger version of other more common adjectives, often called weak adjectives. Let's check the example. Freezing means very cold. Freezing is a strong adjective. Cold is a weak adjective. However, it is preceded by the adverb very to increase its intensity. Before weak adjectives, we often use adverbs such as very, really, extremely, and so on to describe their intensity. So, You can use these highlighted adverbs before weak adjectives. However, to describe the intensity of strong adjectives, we use adverbs such as really, completely, absolutely, and totally. Thus, these adverbs are used before strong adjectives. Remember, when you write a story, you need to use a variety of adjectives. It simply makes your story more interesting and allows your readers to visualize incidents, events, and characters. Activity 3, Students' Book, page 29, Exercise C. Read the story again and find strong adjectives with the following meanings. Very tired, from paragraph 2. Very scared, paragraph 3. Very big, paragraph 3. Very bad, paragraph 4. Very surprising, paragraph 5. It's time to check the answers. You have to find a strong adjective that means very tired from paragraph 2. The answer is exhausted. As you can see, he was completely exhausted, which means very tired. Number 2, we have to find a strong adjective in paragraph 3 that means very scared. Your answer? Panicked. So very scared means panicked. 3, we have to find a strong adjective in paragraph 3 that means very big. Enormous means very big. Number 4, we have to find in paragraph 4 a strong adjective that means very bad. Your answer? Dreadful. So dreadful means very bad. Our last adjective. We have to find a strong adjective in paragraph 5 that means very surprising. What's the answer? Incredible. So incredible means very surprising. Activity 4, Students' Book, page 29, Exercise D. Replace the strong adjectives in the sentences 1 to 7 below with an appropriate adverb and the weak adjectives in the box. So, you are going to use an adverb from these plus a weak adjective from this box in order to replace the bolded strong adjectives. Do it and come back for answers. Let's check the answers of exercise D together. 1. I was furious with myself when I lost my mobile phone. Furious is a strong adjective. It means incredibly angry. Incredibly is an adverb, and angry is a weak adjective from the box. 2. It's boiling outside. We should go for a swim. Boiling is a strong adjective. It means extremely hot. Extremely is an adverb, and hot is a weak adjective from the box. 3. I watched a fascinating documentary about dolphins last night. Fascinating is a strong adjective. It means really interesting. Really is an adverb. Interesting is a weak adjective from the box. 4. My cousin Stephanie has gorgeous blue eyes. Gorgeous is a strong adjective. It means very beautiful. Very is an adverb. A beautiful is a weak adjective from the box. Feedback about the rest will be given by your teacher. What would you do if you were all alone in the middle of the sea? Write a paragraph describing the experience. You can use the following adjectives in order to write your paragraph. Feedback will be given by your teacher.